lasted a lot now, too. They're basically calling her the biggest failure in wrestling history.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Not everyone. I think everyone did, honestly. Maybe the exception of AEW fans. I think most grounded people really felt like Mercedes Moné was going to be a huge bust.
I don't know, man. I tend to remember a lot of podcasters going, "Oh, she's a fucking game changer. She's the greatest women's wrestler."
Oh, fuck no. No, not anybody you respect. Really? I can't think of anybody.
There was a good handful of people. "Oh, she's going to change wrestling. She's going to go to AEW and women's wrestling is going to be revitalized." And we were both sitting there going, "Okay, that's cute. Let's see what the fuck happens."
Yeah, that's Sasha. I mean, fuck. If they said that about like a Charlotte, I'd have been like, well, maybe.
Yeah, but I know they really believed in this. These people believe she's better than Charlotte. These people believe she's better than any of those women. Bayley motivated was better than Sasha ever was.
Motivated Bayley, yeah, babyface Bayley from back in the day is insane, right?
Yeah, even babyface Becky, even the man Becky, like she was better than Sasha ever was, or Mercedes ever was. And still, like I said, I gave her a little bit of props earlier, where I was like, she can have decent matches, she can help make girls look better. But Natty Neidhart did the same thing.
Right.
So you can have a job. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean this in like a reductive sort of way. I'm not sitting there being like, you lucky peasant. I'm just saying, like, you can have a job. You're a decent enough worker, but like, you're not a star. Like, that's not a star. This is one of those things. Like, if we keep giving her promos and we keep giving her colorful enough hairdos, that will eventually make her a star. She's a dullard. She's been a dullard since day one. When she was like 25 and cutesy and nobody'd seen that kind of shit before, people were like, "What's a Sailor Moon?" And she came out with the fucking, the Ford Expedition and "I'm a rapper." That shit worked for about a year and a half. It's been dead forever. And Tony Khan at AEW was like, "Let's see if we can scrape some nickels off this dead dog." And in the meantime, here's $6 trillion. So you reap what you sow, motherfucker. And here he got exactly what he deserved. Giving this girl so much money as he did.
Well, speaking of Moné, she's got her new magazine is out just for us. Volume 2, issue number 19.
Is this one?
Easy. Yes.
Ooh, are we sticking with actually structuring like a magazine, have appropriate grammar? Are we rolling with that?
I mean, it's trying to. It's still doing what it was doing before. At least they kind of fixed up some of it. But the topics this week are wrestling snow days, which is her reminiscing the time about her days in wrestling during bad weather while she was talking about the recent hurricane that hit her home state of Florida. How many homes does this bitch have? My team and I were talking about the recent hurricane that hit my home state of Florida. Besides coming up with a new side hustle of tornado food delivery.
Wait a second. We're making fun of this. I'm saying thank you, Florida. Florida, I don't know if I'll ever say this again for the rest of my life. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I hope that she starts being I'm from Pensacola, Florida. Yes, you are.
She goes on, she says, "I was very grateful that my home was fine during the recent storm. That got me thinking about the weather has affected wrestling shows and traveling to wrestling shows. I was reminded of the time when I, Bayley, and Kevin Apollo, and a few others literally got stuck in Colorado due to a snowstorm. We had to stay because the driving 6 hours to the next town was way too dangerous. That was rare. The term, the show must go on, was probably written for wrestling because I know no other world that lives up to that notion. No commas, weird periods. Jesus Christ."
It's just
and she shows a picture of her, Summer Rae, and Cameron. Ugh.
By the way, this is a completely unique experience for people in the wrestling business, traveling in bad weather.
Never happened before, right?
No one's ever done that before.
Yeah, that's right. Wrestling's come a long way.
And anybody that's ever worked wrestling, at least in cold weather, has dug a ring truck out of the fucking snow. Everybody's done it.
Our next chapter is lessons from Summer Rae and Cameron. All this talk of weather and shows got me thinking about my first time on Raw as an NXT superstar. We had to take part in an 11-hour drive through a huge snowstorm. I was new to wrestling, but worse than that, I had just gotten my driver's license, literally, a month before. I was so nervous to get behind the wheel. I was driving with Summer Rae and Cameron, and as the newbie, I was expected to drive the entire time. That's a wrestling tradition, or it was, at least at that time. It was super scary. Scary.
Now we all take private jets.
Driving through the snow, not to mention how hard it was to stay awake. But when you love something and are passionate enough about it, your adrenaline kicks in and you get past it. I had dreamed of being on Raw since I was age 13, so you bet your ass I was going to get us there, and I did.
You're fucking with me when you said since age 13.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Back when she was a young Boston girl.
Wait. She said since age 13?
Since age 13.
Oh, my God. Yeah. That's so fucking... Since age 13. Since I was 13. Yeah. Please, I'm begging you.
Doesn't it sound like... It sounds like
an AI.
Well, it sounds like an AI correction, dude. I'll be honest. This entire newsletter reads like it's AI. It reads like she said a couple of things, and then the AI just filled out the rest.
I drive in the snow. I made good drives.
Right.
Driving in snow.
It was scary. Come on, dude. If your sentence consists of 3 words, fuck out of here.
It was scary. I was brave. I had to make drive. Drive was scary. Like, oh my God. All that money, and that's how we... All right, sure. Sounds good.
She talks about being left off the PWI. He said, "Unfortunately, I did not make the list this year, as I was 1 match short of being eligible. Don't get me wrong, it totally sucks to be 1 match short, but I'm definitely coming for that title next year. We all know by now that wrestling match outcomes are predetermined. That being the case, you think the ratings of this kind would mean less. They don't make or break me or a wrestler, in my opinion, but it does feel nice to be recognized."
Shut up. By the way, the idea of being like, oh, dang, I was 1 match shy. Lady, if you told Tony Khan that you wanted to wrestle fucking Batman on any given show, he would have made it happen.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't want to work. Just, it's fine. I don't blame you for not wanting to work. All of these guys and all of these girls are getting paid and doing as little as they can whenever they feel like it. That's why when you put the show on, and I'm laughing about it, obviously, but I'm going, why the fuck is Top Flight and who was the kid that Jericho beat again? With the broccoli hair? The fuck was his name? Action and Andretti? That's why these guys are on TV, because they probably show up and say, I'll work. I'll wrestle. Okay. No problem, I'll go out there and wrestle. And it's just such fucking bullshit. You know that these guys and these girls text Tony and they're like, oh, sorry, Tony, I can't make it Wednesday. I'm in a new web series for, Shudder or whatever. They're just making up shit. And then Tony being like, oh, they're just completely forgetting about it.
I get it if y'all think the states have been neglecting you.
other discussion about contracts with AEW has been about Fox. And everybody's been buzzing about this supposed Fox deal that AEW was doing. Well, with WWE programming now exiting Fox Sports Net Mexico, and AEW announced yesterday a new multi-year TV deal. Fox Sports Mexico, not Fox Sports, not in the U.S. All this defense of the Fox Network deal had to do with Fox Sports Mexico, which at no point I don't think anybody brought up. I was surprised. I didn't even know. I'm like, oh, they were fighting for Mexico? For Mexican TV? Oh, okay. I thought they were looking to replace SmackDown. That's what I thought all these AEW fans were saying. Oh, no, they're replacing SmackDown because SmackDown couldn't cut it with Fox, but AEW can.
Yeah, they'll fill those shoes. By the way, do you think that, I doubt that they have like the cross streams or anything, but could you imagine what the Christmas party would be for Fox News Mexico and Fox News America?
Yeah, very different.
Imagine like the
All those weather girls in Mexico? Fantastic. But
of course.
Let me continue on with this part of the article. The deal will bring all of AEW's programming, including pay-per-views to Fox Sports Mexico. So all this deal shit with Warner Brothers and them having a partial ownership, an alleged partner ownership of AEW and a subscription discount. If you subscribe to Fox Sports Mexico, you get Dynamite, you get Collision, you get Rampage, you get Wrestle Dream, all of it on Fox Sports Premium for one fucking price.
Who the fuck is Wrestle Dream? What was that again?
Wrestle Dream is their new pay-per-view or their PLE that's happening this weekend.
Oh, that's the show. Oh,
yeah.
I thought he just named the promotion that now. He's like, oh, we're going to Wrestle Dream.
In addition, though, Joe, Fox Sports Mexico will also have a local show titled All Elite Show, airing every Monday night, recapping the events of the week, which also previews the matches that will take place that week. So they will even have their own localized programming on Fox Sports Mexico that will only be for Fox Sports Mexico.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think, and this is too, like, okay, I'm willing to entertain this, all right? Do you think that they, similarly to how back in the day TNA had that nice, sweet deal with fucking India, do you think that AEW may be able to mildly, actually kind of easily undercut WWE? Because obviously Tony doesn't care about making money, but just the idea of going into Mexico and being like, we're the number one promotion in Mexico. Ah.
Oh, I'm sure
they're able to do that.
I'm sure they'll try. Yeah. But you're telling me that AEW's going to bump out CMLL and AAA and WWE events?
Oh, Tony will cut him all a check. Tony will give CMLL, and AAA a check. He didn't give a fuck.
You think he's going to try? You think he's going to try that shit that WWE did a while back? Wasn't there? God, and we're digging years back. Wasn't there a point where AEW was trying to get these shows, and WWE went ahead of them and bought the venues for no fucking reason other than AEW wanted to do a show there? Like, this story sounds familiar. I seem to remember it.
It was pretty funny if they did.
I think it happened like in 2022 or something, 2021.
I don't know. I would be surprised. But dude, this is also, you were talking about this before. Listen, Conan obviously has some level of vested interest. Like I said, he could keep one or two fingers in Tony's pocket, not make too big a risk, right? And keep that shit going. But there's obviously also some potential for anybody that works for these feds in Mexico. I'm sure that Stephanie Vacour girl picked it up pretty quick, which she probably left to WWE because she said, I have a real opportunity, I'll go do that, and I have the talent to carry it, so fucking peace out. But these Mexican promoters also know to some degree